it's just been a lot. And welcome back to my channel. It's Kiana here, and if you're new, please feel free to click the subscribe button down below. I make videos about beauty, lifestyle, and mostly nursing, and in this video I'll be talking about what I wish I knew before starting nursing school. And I have 8 things for you guys. I want to just keep it short and simple, but I just wanted to explain to you my program. So I'm in an accelerated nursing program, and within a semester there's 2 8-week terms, and so I'm just about done with my first 8-week term, and I already have 8 things. Like, that should tell you something. They're not all bad, but it's just, this video is just to prepare anybody who's looking to go into nursing. So if you're interested in watching this video, stay tuned. Okay, so I decided to make notes this time so that I'm not all over the place. I made my notes in my Lavish Life planner. I love this planner so far. I've used it as much as I can because sometimes I forget. I mean, I'm not usually a planner girl, but I thought, okay, this is like a life change, like a new chapter in my life. And so I'm like, why not just actually stick to it? And this is how it looks. So in the front, it's like the 2019-2020 bucket list. It has like the full calendar throughout the year. And then it has like each, I know that says August, but let me get to, we're almost at March. So this is where I made my notes over here. And I'll make a video on like how I use my planner. There's also an area in here to write down anything in your budget, and there's also like quotes at the top. So this one says, believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy. I like that. All right, so on to number 1. So number 1 was how expensive nursing school is. I can't save enough. Like, even though I'm like not the best at saving, I don't even think that if I attempted to, that it would even help. Like, at least for me, that's for me, because I'm horrible at saving. But there's books, textbooks, there's scrubs, there's the stethoscope, there's all this stuff that you have to get, like your clearances and all this stuff that you have to buy, like a lab bag, a lab coat, like the list goes on and on. So save your money. Number 2 on my list is the grading scale, and it's different, but some say it's intense. I think it's fair, but it's different from undergrad for me. An A is a 94 through 100. A B plus is a 90 to a 93. And I'm just like, oh, why? Like, it just jumps from one thing, like from an A all the way down to a B plus. And I'm just like a 90 back when I was in school was, I say it like I'm old. I'm not that old. I'm 26. But a 90 when I was in undergrad was an A still, like an A minus. But now here in this program is a B plus. And I'm just like, wow. Oh my gosh. Like, God! Wow! Oh my God! But okay, and then a B is an 86 to 89, a C plus is an 81 to 85. You get the point. Overall, you need a 77% or above to pass the course. Number 3 on my list is that the information is a lot. The information bills, especially since I'm in an accelerated program, the information is building fast, like really fast. There's things that you'll need in the long run. So everything I'm learning now and like fundamentals, I will need later on, like a year and a half from now, to take on the NCLEX, so, or to use in like clinicals or whatever, or whenever I start officially working. Like, I'll need this information. And I've learned that as the information builds, you need to make those connections along the way as well. It's important that you do that, because then you'll just be lost. I'm trying to like keep up with everything so far with work and school, but so far so good. So number 4 on my list is time management. Now I work a full-time job, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, 8 to 5, and having to manage that on top of homework and actually getting to school and all of that, it's important that you practice time management skills prior to going into nursing school. I already had an experience with working and going to school, so it hasn't really been an issue for me. But the studying never ends. The lectures are like 3 to 4 hours long, and also time management is important to be on time to lab or clinical or to class in general. Like, it's important. They're very strict on this. If you're late, they will send you home and they will count it as an absence. So yes, be on time. I find that my naps are important. I manage to fit a nap into my schedule at least 2-3 times out of the week. Self-care, like, I need it. And social life, what's that? I don't even sometimes text back, call back. My phone's on do not disturb half the time. What social life? But hey, it is what it is, and it'll all be worth it in the end. So on top of knowing the information, you also have to be able to apply that information. So this goes into my next one. So number 5, I think I'm on. Yes, 5. 5 is the NCLEX style questions. So I wish I knew how to not just study to memorize. Like, all in undergrad, I would be studying to memorize, and I'm good. I'm pretty good. If I study it enough time in advance, I'm good. But this is not the case. It's not studying to memorize. It's more so select all questions and clinical base, and actually having to apply the information that you've learned. And it requires critical thinking as well. I mean, the more questions that you practice, the better you'll get. So hopefully in time, I'll get better at those questions. It's all a learning process. Number 6 is the amount of reading that you have to do. There's so many books that you need to buy. There's also so many reading you need to do, so many resources, and all of that. And it's just like, my brain hurts. Like, I don't want to read no more. So I usually read before class, and then when I get to class, that way I'm just sitting there and just listening to her and taking any like important notes. So anything that she really emphasizes, I'll take those types of notes. Other than that, when I read before class, I take my own notes, and then after class, I would just review a combination of my notes on the presentation and then her notes that she, emphasized. So it's a lot of reading that happens within nursing school. Number 7 is study techniques, or how to study properly. Me personally, I don't think that I've ever learned to study properly. I've always had like ways of studying, but I always find myself adjusting them for every test, every class. And sometimes you do have to adjust your study techniques for a class because the material is different. So that's understandable. But when it's the same class, just a second or third test, I find that I'm changing the way that I'm studying or adjusting it or adding. And sometimes you just need to learn, and I'm just learning how to find something that works for me. And once I get that down, I plan on doing a video on how I study for exams. The final one, number 8. Okay. So number 8 may not apply to everybody. That's why I left this one for last. It kind of ties into social life. So if you're dating or if you're in a relationship, It may be hard to balance both because you may be tired, cranky, stressed out. But as long as you have a partner that's understanding, that's great. Someone who's supportive, that's great. But before starting nursing school, I had no plans on dating at all whatsoever. I was just like, nope, I'm all focused on me, all about me. I thought it wasn't going to be a thing. I am dating, but it can be hard and it's sometimes time consuming, but as long as you have good time management, it shouldn't be a problem at all. So far so good. I am cranky and tired, stressed out, but they understand, so that's important. Having friends or whoever you're dating to be understanding and supportive of you and your goals. So I hope that helped you relieve some anxiety, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.